Hey, what's up, fight fans? What's going down out there, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Coming on through, man. Gotta chop it up, man. What's up, everybody, man? Coming on through off the early, man. Salute, happy Friday to everybody out there, man. Salute, man. Damn, bro, I'm just waking up, fight fans. Fucking with y'all boys and them. Damn. Bro, that thing was like NyQuil last night, bro. I got put out. I couldn't even do an immediate reaction. Man, Shakur Stevenson, fight fans. Edwin De La Santos, man. I watched the fight last night. My bad I didn't come through last night, man, for the immediate post-fight reaction. But bro, it was late, man, and I gotta tell you, bro, I was hanging on by a string. I was literally hanging on by a string, bro. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. So I decided to come on through early on the day, fight fans, and talk about this, man. What a performance to talk about by my main man, Shakur Stevenson. Damn, they are running his name through the mud this morning. Bro, every publication, every headline is calling the fight a snooze fest. Everybody saying that it was boring. Ain't nobody giving Shakur Stevenson no kind of credit, man, for his defensive abilities. He's supposed to be a defensive wizard, fight fans, but ain't nobody giving him credit for that. But they saying he stung it up. They saying he stung it up, fight fans. What y'all say? Last of a dying breed. What's up, champ? Hope all is well, fam. You know what I'm saying? He say salute, bro. Salute to you, last of a dying breed, man. Salute to my main man, Muhammad Tola, up in this thing this morning. What's up, Muhammad Tola? Hey, big shake to God. What's up, champ? What's going down? He say snoozer, man. Hey, Muhammad Tola. Anyone for a good night's sleep, they can watch Shakur, bro. That shit was dog. It was, hey, fam. It was tough. It really was tough, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. It's like I understand the reason he fought that way, but I'm shocked the reason that he fought that way. And this goes to show you, bro, when you talk about power in fights, and I always say, man, it could change a fighter's style, but a fighter can be a wizard, man, everywhere else. But he gets in front of a dude that can crack or a dude that can punch, and you see if it's going to change any of his style. You see if it's going to make him more cautious. And then all of these folks he's been imposing on, it changes. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't change, you end up going to sleep, a.k.a. Earl Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. But the fact is, bruh, Shakur last night was cautious as hell, bro. I was like, what? He kept doing this little trick I like to call the bait and switch. Like he was putting himself in front of Edwin De La Santos like he wanted to fight. But then soon as Edwin was take a step forward or try to get in there and push some action, Shakur just hopped right up out of bounds. And the crazy part about that was kind of baffling me, and Timothy Bradley was saying it all night, where's the counter punching? I'm like, Slim, you got the counter punch. Like, if you're going to make that move like that, at least pop, counter punch him after you do your little scoop. But, bro, Shakur was just putting himself in range. Soon as De La Santos started to commit a little bit, Shakur pushed himself out of range, and then we see nothing. And then Shakur come back with jabs. And I was like, bro, look, I understand. Look, when we say Shakur is a pound-for-pound fighter, when we say Shakur is a defensive wizard, you can't get mad if he used those tools. The fact is he overused them. And he made it a snooze fest, and he made it hard to watch. He ain't do nothing for his brand last night. A lot of fans gonna look at a matchup between him and Tank now and adjust the meters and adjust the knobs a little bit. Like, hold on, bro. Now I had Shakur maybe beating Tank this fast, but now after watching that, I'm gonna adjust the knobs a little bit. Because power changes. Shakur had power on his mind last night. But you can't get mad at the cat for using his defensive abilities to win the fight. It's never popular, man. It's never, ever, ever popular. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't. But I'm going to tell you like this, bro. I gotta adjust my calculations a little bit when it comes to him and Tank. Because, bro, think about, bro, power changed Shakur big time. Like, Shakur He's, like I said, he's always been known to be a defensive fighter. Fighters don't land on him. That's always been known to be the case. But in this case with Edwin De La Santos, who is a good puncher, and Shakur took everything away from him. Everything. He is a good puncher. Shakur didn't impose like he's been doing in his most so last couple fights. He didn't take the opportunities to try to impose. I mean, I don't know. It's just what it seemed like to me, and listening to Shakur Stevenson's statement after the fight. I hate to say it this way. I hope the fame also ain't getting to him. Like the pressure of all of these greats being around him, Floyd, Andre Ward, Terence Crawford, talks of him being on pound for pound list. I hope these type of things ain't making him get into, overthink about that stuff. And then like scared to lose, scared to commit, so he ain't gonna give you no action-packed kind of fights. I don't want to see that kind of Shakur. And I hope we don't get that, champs. I hope we don't get that. As far as Haney, as I'm concerned, Haney beats him and Tank catches him, it's a wrap. But I'm not gonna say that, man. Like Shakur's still defensive. And so I've always said Shakur versus Haney. I lean Shakur because Shakur's more defensive. He'll take tools away from Haney. But in the Tank fight, it's always been more even because, once again, Shakur will have to deal with a Tank who can punch and got the same, I ain't gonna say the same boxing ability, but has an elite level, boxing ability. Like he can get out of the way of all of that shit and counterpunch Shakur, bro. Like that shit is all a danger. Him and Tank I gotta say, bro, I don't know, bro. At first I was always like, it was real 50-50. Now, bro, I don't know. But him and Devin, man, I still see it as the same in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes. Shakur gonna have to get him another fight to prove that he is not a snooze fest. I mean, look, Shakur say something was going on with him before the fight last night. I got his statement right here. Let me kind of read a little bit of this, man. He's talking about something that he wasn't, he was dealing with something before the fight, or he wasn't feeling too good before the fight. Ain't nobody trying to hear nothing like that. You know what I mean? According to Shakur Stevenson, I quote, "I had a bad performance tonight." And this is his words right after the fight. "I had a bad performance tonight." Hold on. "I had a bad performance tonight. That's all I'm really focused on. I wasn't feeling too good, so I'll live with it. It's okay. I didn't feel good before the fight. Honestly, I had already told myself that I feel like this in the ring, and if it's not going well, then I'm going to make sure that I box and get the victory." End quote. So he had his mind made up going into this fight. Like, bro, if things start to get too hectic up in this joint, man, I'm just going to box and get the victory. I don't understand that kind of mentality, but that was his mentality going into this fight. If he felt some type of pressure, if he felt some type of heat, because he says he wasn't feeling well going into the fight, then he gonna just sit back and box, and that's what he did. And it was tough. It was tough, man. It was really, really tough, man. It was really, really tough to watch. He goes, man, she says that, I think that's all of the quotes they kind of got out here on him right now, but I didn't, like I said, it didn't do nothing for his brand and nothing like that, but I understand that he does have the abilities to do these to opponents. Like, he can take their tools totally away. And I think he set a CompuBox record or something last night too. Matter of fact, put it on the screen. He got these abilities to take these tools away, but it ain't entertaining. It's boring as hell, you know what I mean? Let me put this thing on the screen right here. He says, look, man, look at this here, bro. This fool, Edwin De La Santos, only landed 40 punches total in the whole entire fight. 40 total punches. Look how much of that shit Shakur took away from him. Out of 316 punches thrown, he only landed 40. I mean, Shakur ain't do much, 65, and I would think majority of that shit is, look, 48 jabs. Out of 65 punches landed, 48 of them joints was jabs, bro. Oh, that was terrible. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was boring. It's more so just was boring. He won. You know what I'm saying? That's all that we can really much say. He's a defensive wizard. People want to say he ain't make no statement. He made a statement. The statement is, I'm the most defensive wizard. I'm the most defensive fighter in the game. And nobody can do nothing with that. But that shit ain't, man, it ain't going to move the needle for Shakur Stevenson, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Look at these punch stats, man. Total punches in round one, right? Shakur landed 6 out of 15. 4 of them were jabs. Look at the power punches, bro. 19 power punches landed by Shakur. Lack of commitment, man, out of 54 thrown. Through 12 rounds. Through 12 rounds? Now, as much as we dumping on Shakur, though, let's look at Edwin De La Santos. Like, a lot of people got to understand, De La Santos didn't do anything to adjust to figure out what Shakur was doing. What about that aspect of the fight game as well? Is it not Edwin De La Santos' responsibility to figure out, well, what do I got to do to figure this out? Maybe get rough with him. There was some moments that Edwin could have took advantage of due to the fact of Shakur wasn't counterpunching. Since Shakur wasn't counterpunching, what the hell, where was your ability to cut that ring off and force that fight? Ain't nobody looking at that aspect of it. Shakur just totally took everything away from him using his feet and just keeping a jab on him. And it looked like at times when you had confrontation during the fight, I don't know if Shakur would have won a lot of those exchanges. He took that realm of the fight away from Edwin De La Santos. I know a lot of people are upset about that because you didn't get Edwin into the fight, but Shakur's job is not to get Edwin into the fight. Shakur's job is to win the fight. Edwin's job is to figure out whatever he's doing, what do I do to adjust? And Edwin wasn't really taking advantage of a lot of the small opportunities that he did have. He wasn't. I get it. Shakur was moving. He was getting out of the way. Man, he wasn't trying to commit much. At the end of the day, what did Edwin do to cut that ring off? Did he corner Shakur? Did he bully Shakur? And you can't say you seen that neither. So if we're going to call this a snore fest, call it a snore fest, but that's not act like Edwin did a lot to participate. All of the antics he was doing in the ring with the whole running and mocking Shakur and shit, like that was cool, but come on, man. Like I don't think he did enough to really push enough action as well. Like I think he was scared to gas out. And the kudos that I do give to Edwin De La Santos is that he showed like a lot of mental toughness, bro. Like Shakur was trying to break him mentally last night, champs. That's what his whole job, where he was trying to look, I'm not going to get you in this fight. I'm not going to let you get off. I'm not going to let you do none of that. I'm trying to break you mentally. And Edwin didn't take the bait. He didn't break mentally. He wasn't beat up. He wasn't tired. He wasn't ran down. None of that. And I give him credit for not being broken mentally and taking a lot of Shakur's bait, because a lot of fighters would have went in there swinging maybe for the fences on Shakur. And by midway into that fight, Shakur would have tried to change the tide. That's how Shakur fights. But Edwin didn't take that bait. But that's on him, bro. This is the biggest opportunity of your career. Don't act like this. You're going to get a Shakur Stevenson type fight anytime soon. You should have went for it. You should have went for it. So let's not act like Edwin is you know, look, he landed 40 damn punches, fight fans, out of 316 thrown. Come on, man. Let's not act like Edwin was fucking, you know, a wizard in it himself. Oh, it's all because Shakur took the fight away from Edwin is the reason that Edwin lost. Nah, Edwin lost because Edwin couldn't adjust and figure it out. You're going to run into these kind of fighters. You got to figure this shit out, champs. Did we not see my main man, Gary Antoine Russell, had to figure it out when he went up in there against these mobile fighters like Victor Postal? That shit is tough, but you got to figure it out, and you got to push it. You got to push deep. And to me, Edwin, look, he ain't land nothing. And he started to, honestly, he did have little spots in the fight where it was just like he took his foot off the gas. And I think a lot of people have to admit that, especially since Shakur wasn't counterpunching. You know? So I tell y'all one thing, man, it's definitely gonna be some adjustments, man, made. What's up, Rick? What's going on with you? Rick, what's going down? Salute to my homie Rick Sports, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute, champs. What's going on? What's up with you, man? Salute to you, man. Salute, Mainman Mademan. I saw this one coming. You saw this one coming, Bruce? You saw this being more of a chess match? Yeah, it was like a chess match, man. It was real. I was shocked that he fought this way, though. I was more shocked, truth be told, because I thought he honestly would have imposed himself a little bit more. And if this was any other fighter, man, we would have been calling it born. You see Ryan Garcia, you see Devin Haney and them out here taking shots at him. We'd have been calling it born. And you got to call this one born. You know what I'm saying? Shakur played it very, very safe. Extremely safe last night. So, yeah, you're right about that, bro. You're right about that. You know what I'm saying? T says, yo, Shakur going to have to get him another fight to prove that he is not a snooze fest. I mean, Not really. I mean, Shakur's a defensive fighter no matter who he fights. Just the point of last night is, bro, he was overly defensive. Like, and it put everybody to sleep. And everybody looking at him. Like, Shakur getting to the point in his career where folks are sizing him up versus Tank and sizing him up versus Haney. And they sizing him up versus all of the fighters. So it's like, bro, when you get out there, man, you got to get out there and shine. Like, people holding you accountable, especially when they see you in there with fighters that they recognize now. Like Edwin De La Santos. A lot of boxing fans went back and did a lot of research and knew that De La Santos was a puncher. And they wanted to see Shakur kind of shine against this. Especially, like I said, compared to what Haney about to fight Regis and what Tank about to do. Like, they sizing him up. But this is who he is. He's a defensive fighter, fight fans. And this is why I said him and Tank, man, was always to me gonna be an issue, man. Y'all see the crowd booing last night, man. They was booing their heads. I say, damn, I don't know when the last time I watched a fight and I seen the crowd boo this many times. Like, bro, they booed round after round after round. I was like, damn. Why they keep booing these peoples, man? Like, I mean, the crowd wasn't letting up. They was pissed off last night, champs. Real spill, man. What's up, Rick? Rick says, yo, peace to all, man. Peace to my homie Rick Swords, man. Salute to you, champ. He says, yo, I admit that I was severely disappointed. His age has me optimistic. He does need offensive work in bouts of attrition. The thing is, he's a good offensive fighter. He ain't no bad offensive fighter. He can fight offensively. He just, last night, he didn't want to risk it, bro. I'm telling you, he was in front of those greats last night. The heights is getting higher for these youngsters, bro. Like, we gonna learn more about who they are as fighters as time progresses. And performing in front of these bright lights, in front of top competition, that ain't easy to do. It's easy to honestly go in there and perform against lackluster competition in front of the bright lights, as opposed to somebody that's a real live threat. And you see what these fighters are really made of. And Shakur last night didn't want to take no chances. Simple as that. It all came down to no chances for Shakur. He ain't want to take no chances. He ain't want to lose in front of Floyd. He ain't want to lose in front of Ward. He ain't want to lose in front of Bud. Bro, no chances. You know what I'm saying? No chances whatsoever. Salute to my homie Rick Swords in the super chat, man. He says, yo, man, he needed to match that wolf energy, man. Yeah, I mean, and then he was doing a lot of that leading up into the fight. That's another thing. Bro, he was talking a hell of a lot of shit. And so a lot of fans looking at it like, bro, we wanted to see you really go in there and really show us what's really good versus De La Santos. Like, don't go in there and be a twinkle toes. But he played it very, very safe. He used his defensive abilities that he had. Bro, but I'm telling y'all, man, it was so baffling to see him be that defensive and not counterpunch. Bro. That's why I'm like, when you gonna counterpunch more? And if he was using that bait and switch tactic he was doing, if he would have just provided more counterpunching with it, it would have been honestly a solid game plan. Because the defensive side of it was working. De La Santos couldn't land a glove on him. The problem was he wasn't taking the opportunities when they were the straight, and there was some talks during the fight. The commentators kept mentioning about whether his left hand was injured or not. They kept asking, like one of the commentators kept saying that, you know, he kept hearing things leading up into the fight that something was going on with Shakur's left hand, and he asked his corner about it, and they denied it. Like, no, and it seems as if that even Shakur's coach last night was urging him, like, dog, use that left hand, use that straight left hand. And he had it all night with the counter shots. And I'm like, bro, you're not answering. You're not answering. You're putting yourself in position. After you make your move, you're making your move, he committing. And then he coming in opening. Sometimes he losing his discipline a little bit and he dropping his hands. Shakur, but he wasn't committing to it. And it was really bad. That's the shocking part of the whole fight last night. You know what I'm saying? Bud and Haney has way more dog in them than Shakur. Salute, man. Salute to my homie Javier Martinez. He says, yeah, I mean, yeah, they do. I mean, I don't know about Haney. Haney just as defensive as Shakur. And that's why it'll be a slow-paced fight. Haney versus Shakur wouldn't be no, like, slugfest. It wouldn't be no action-packed ass fight. Shakur versus Tank would be. They two styles collide better. Not Shakur versus Haney, or even Haney versus Tank. Shakur versus Haney will be a chess match. You know what I'm saying? both of those fighters would be fighting on the top floor. We say the word top floor all the time, man, on the channel. I say that for a reason, bro. Because the top floor, man, that's red air, bro. It's hard to breathe up there. Fools can't breathe. And they get up there and they choke. They're on the top floor. That's against stellar competition, under the big bright lights on the big stage, in front of the big crowds. The top floor. And you start to see cracks along the way with some fighters. And you wonder, like, when it gets up there on that top floor, it ain't, bro, it changes. Like, your nerves gotta be, you got to have basically balls of steel. Balls of steel. Floyd right there, the greats right here. I'm about to show everybody up in this thing. I'm about to be Michael Jackson on Motown 25. All of the greats up in the building. I'm about to moonwalk on y'all ass. Ain't no ducking away from the moment. And Shakur last night, I think, bro, listening to his comments, I think that could have rattled him just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Tola says, yo, man, all of that boxing is okay, but what you gonna do when you get hit? Tank Davis versus Shakur. Facts. I've always wondered that, bruh. I've never shied away from that all of my years of speaking on Shakur. Him versus Tank will be tough. That'll be a tough matchup for sure. That'll be Shakur's toughest matchup. And seeing last night how he respects Edwin De La Santos' power, the level of respect that he'll have for Tank's power, you know he'll probably fuck around and try to fight like this. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised he become overly defensive. And we see it now. He's getting up there with bigger fighters, bigger punches. And now Shakur's going to have to get into to win the fans, like somebody said earlier, to win the fans' hearts and minds back of thinking that you some sort of really good offensive fighter. You're going to have to impose on somebody or something. Because last night, bro, it was like watching hopscotch and shit. It was like, bro, my brother was, it was like he was just hopscotching and shit. You know what I'm saying? He would jump forward, jump back, no answer. Like, come on, Shakur, you got it, bro, all night long. Straight left hand, boop, right there. He coming in here, man, he can't touch you. He can't touch you. You got that part down pat, man. You feel me? So, come on, man. You got to answer, champ. You got to answer, man. So to my homie Rick the Ruler, man, in the super chat, man. Man, thank you for your support, Rick the Ruler, man. Much love to you, champ. Much love, man. I hope all is well, family, and much love. He says, yo, man, who has the better jab, man, Haney or Shakur? Oh, man, I have to say, honestly, truth be told, I have to say Haney. I think Haney's jab is better than Shakur's. Not to say that he's a better fighter. That's just one part of his fight game. You know what I'm saying? But if you asking me who got the better jab, I would say Haney's. Because Shakur uses his to measure a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like last night, it was more used to win the fight. But in a lot of cases, in most of his fights, he's just using it to measure and touch you. But Haney is using that joint to set up shit. He's always, and it seemed to be a more accurate, more longer, and maybe even got a bit more pop. That ain't Shakur's, strong point in my opinion. It's just Shakur's like a Scottie Pippen, bro. He does everything well, but when it comes to the jab, is it to me better than Haney's? I can't say that, but it's good. It's real good. But I'll get that aspect of the fight game to Shakur. But if you was to ask me who had the better footwork, I'm going with Shakur. If you was to say who has the better reflexes between Devin and Shakur, I say Shakur. But that part of the fight game, the jab, I probably lean towards Devin. To be truth be told with you. You feel me? But that's going to be it'll be a real defensive fight, man. It'll be a real defensive ass fight, bro. And I think, man, Shakur, and this is why Shakur always speaks about Tank. He knows that's the fight that promoters, if there's any way of putting together any sort of fight, it'd be those two. Bob Arum was never, ever, and Haney say, hey, man, Shakur name never came up, man. We all disappointed that them two never matched up, but Bob Arum don't believe in these kind of matchups. We can fake it till we make it and act like Shakur can just pull that lever and make that. Bob, I wouldn't be surprised if Bob didn't make a serious offer to Devin. Or Bob wasn't in serious talks about. Bob don't like these kind of matchups. He don't like Devin and Shakur's. I'm telling you, y'all better look at the history of Top Rank and how they match their fighters. And that's not it. That's the way that they've always took risks and lost. You dig? And Bob Arum's lost. This is why he's had trouble with Bud over the years. You know what I'm saying? And a number of other fighters. He don't believe in all of these too slick black fighters, too slick technical fighters in the ring together shit. You know what I'm saying? And even last night, I think he was probably a little surprised at how defensive Shakur was. Like, dog, I didn't expect this. He expected the brawler versus the boxer, the traditional matchup. That's why this was put on ESPN on the Formula 1 week and all of this other stuff. So he expected that kind of matchup, man. We ain't get that, bro. We got Shakur, man, taking everything away from Edwin De La Santos, fam. But yeah, I'm gonna say that's the better aspect, bro. I'm gonna definitely rock out with Devin Haney, man. Rick says, yo, man, I call them sentinels. Those had discipline that the sport and protected it from trash fighters, forcing them to improve in political theft. Shakur is not there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, he got time, bro. He still got time. We see these things along the way. Does this mean that he's still not a pound for pound top fighter? Absolutely not. And if anybody want to have that discussion, we can have it. This doesn't take Shakur off the pound for pound rankings by far. By far, bro. By far. Shakur still is up there on the pound for pound rankings. He's still done what he's done in the past. This is just nothing that has maybe moved him up or improved his rankings, and it leaves the door open for somebody to do something to try to surpass them, but he ain't lost nothing here. He ain't lost nothing. As a matter of fact, he won a world title last night, fight fans. This is his now third division of winning a world title, and that's good for Shakur Stevenson, man. That's a good notch on the belt. Let's not overshadow that right there. You feel me? Third weight class right now. So he's now a 3-division champion, and that's impressive. You know what I'm saying? He's a 3-division champion, man, before the age of 30 years old, fight fans. And that's something yet no one's going to take away from Shakur. And so we'll see how he continues to move at 35. I mean, will this do Shakur any favors of luring major talent in the ring with him? That's a good question. Like, dog, if you at 135 right now, are you jumping and leaping to jump into the ring with Shakur Stevenson, fight fans? I mean, are you, if you think he's gonna fight you in that fashion? Unless you just a balls to the wall kind of fighter and you willing to dig a bit deeper than Edwin De La Santos was willing to dig last night. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Lewis Coleman says, Haney, bro. You got Haney, man? A lot of y'all, man, looking a little, hey, like y'all looking at Shakur now, like, hold on, bro. Y'all putting Shakur, like, y'all taking Haney. I'm seeing a lot of Haneys. I'm seeing a lot of tanks out there, man. Hey, look, I don't think that he, to me, lost nothing last night in my eyes versus him and Haney. Y'all can say him and Tank. I think Tank power will really be on Shakur's mind. Hey, salute to Lala D is up in here. What's up, sis? What's going down? What's up with you? What you think about last night, Lala? Let me know something, Lala. What you think about last night? Salute, family. Salute to you. Salute to you. Hey. But I don't think he lost nothing versus Haney last night, fam. I don't think he lost nothing last night. Y'all let me know something. I'll put a link in the chat if anybody want to come through, chop it up, too. I'll leave that there, man. And anybody want to click it, click it and give me some cool words on the fight, feel free, man. I got a couple more minutes, you know what I'm saying? Then we're going to chop it on up about Bud a little bit, too. But, yeah, man. I don't think he lost nothing versus Haney last night, bro. Honestly, I think that he showed me last night that his defensive skills is still just a shot, because he also used upper body movement last night. And for Edwin De La Santos to set a new CompuBox record in his 38-year history. 38-year history. He set a new record for the most fewest punches landed in a 12-round fight with 40. You dig? I guess Shakur is now in the Guinness Book of World Records or boxing records or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Dirty Red, the boxing here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, fam. What's up with you? Oh, salute to you, fam. What's up with you? If you're a fight fan, you are ready to see Shakur again. We definitely gonna want to see Shakur again. Shakur ain't going nowhere. Shakur is definitely a major player in the air. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I don't know, man. You gotta wonder, is him and Neverate ever gonna maybe do a date? You know what I'm saying? That's always possible. I think that Bob Arum looks at a matchup like that, and I think Neverate gonna be pushing right on through 130 before you know it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta wonder if maybe one day is him and Neverate ever gonna meet up. That'll be an interesting, good clash of styles. You know what I'm saying? But as far as 135, him versus the big ones like Tank and Ryan and all them, they not gonna do it, champs. We could forget it. After that performance last night, y'all already know. And it ain't on so much that what the fighters want it is or is not gonna do. It's more so on the promoters. The promoters seen that as a snore fest last night. Bob is gonna have a problem selling Shakur to the other promoters. PBC ain't going to jump. And then on top of that, Shakur was talking that talk about his contract up next year. Man, you better give better performances knowing that this is, you dig, like your contract is up next year. That'll be messed up if you don't get another performance in before that contract comes to an end. How will Bob treat this situation, fight fans? I don't know. That's how these promoters think, man. They'll try to, Shakur said the price is going to go up. No, bro, you got to sell them tickets, man. You got to move units. And that's the name of this game. That's the name of this game. Lala says, yo, I didn't like Shakur's performance, but it's mostly the sensitive Tank and Haney fans who will act like a boxer can't have a lackluster performance. Yeah, it happens. You know what I'm saying? You fall asleep at the wheel. It happens. But like I said, man, they're measuring them. Every fan, those fan bases are looking at Shakur heavy because Shakur's talking heavy shit. Like Shakur talking like he can dominate these dudes. He can beat everybody. Like Shakur can't mince away from his words. And they holding his words accountable. And so they going to measure his performances because Lord knows, once we watch Haney versus Regis, we going to want to know what that look like. We going to be out here looking at, man, look, Haney bored this. We going to be talking about it. And that's how they going to view Shakur. And so Shakur self-admittedly had a bad performance last night. He admitting this on himself. And they gonna hold him accountable. You know what I mean? So, and Shakur got to get, if this is what I'm saying, I'm being concerned about with Shakur. As you go up this ladder, bro, of fame and fortune in the boxing world, like the criticism, the pressure is gonna get heavy. Having those greats in front of, and then it was star-studded in that audience last night for a Thursday night fight. It was star-studded. It was a lot of VIP talent in there last night, man. A lot of boxing great. Basically, man, you see the picture of, bro, that's a pressure-filled picture. Floyd, Ward, and Bud. You know, Shorty got some big shoes to fill. And those are all the last 3 number 1 pound-for-pound fighters. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, bro. That's tough. Dog, dude, when the last time Devin had them 3 in a picture watching you throw every punch, watching your every move, because you are basically being crowned as the next one to be number 1. Think about that, fight fans. Nobody ain't think about this. See, Tank rose in the popularity lane where he gonna talk, he gonna get hyped. That's what it is. Ain't nobody trying to convince the Tank fans that he is or he ain't whatever. They gonna believe whatever. That's how it is in that lane. But in Shakur's lane, you see where the greats coalescing at. It's like the rap game, champs. It's like you think about these little off-brand little rappers that they make a lot of money or they seemingly make a lot of money, but the greats don't even know who they are. But then you see the ones that the J. Coles and the Kendricks and those who make a certain different kind of rap, the greats coalescing around those because they can more. Those are the ones that they are choosing to carry it on, as opposed to everything else that's going on. But they choosing you, and they chose Shakur. They chose Shakur. And that's a lot of pressure. And so you got to wonder, is he having a Willie Beeman? Is he doing a Donovan McNabb? And I hope not. I think he's tough mentally. He is allowed to have a bad night, everybody. Stop acting like Shorty got to be so great right now where he's not allowed to have a... And then when we talk about a bad night, we still talking about a record-setting night where he set the record on CompuBox of the most fewest punches landed. You dig? So let's not forget all about none of that neither. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget all about that neither. Lewis says, no, I pick Haney's jab. I got Shakur in the win over Haney. Yeah, I still lean towards Shakur over Devin all day. And see, Devin, I don't think Devin would be able to land a punch on Shakur. Like, it'll be tough. Shakur can take away from you with his legs and upper body and head movement. Gets himself off the line. All that works. And normally he provides the answer after he makes all of those little adjustments, all of those moves. Normally he provides that answer, man. But see, him versus Tank got upper body movement. Shakur tried to flick a jab out there too many times. How many jabs did he do last night, fight fans? Hold on, man, because he was heavy on the jabs, man. If he go out there and throw, how many jabs did he throw, man? He threw 155 total jabs. 155 jabs where he landed 46. Bro, you ain't gonna be able to do that versus Tank Davis, who's gonna look to counterpunch you and counterpunch you hard. Nah, especially with one shot. See, him versus Tank would be tough, bro. And Shakur knows this. That's just why he's always said this himself, bro. That'd be tough, bro. That'd be very, very tough. You know what I'm saying? Very, very tough. Very, very tough, man. Rick says, yo, man, bad time for a bad fight. That said, I saw something. But was a Floyd-style fight without a spotty aggressive combinations. And yes, he did fight scared. I saw it and can't unsee it. Facts. You can't unsee that. The power made Shakur adjust. The power made him adjust. The pressure that he had to deal with fighting in front of those greats, it all. Shakur wasn't trying to take, once again, I guess the key word to this fight was no risk, no chances. He didn't want to take no chances. He didn't want to take no chances. Damn, that's crazy. He ain't want to pluck no cards. He ain't want to pluck no red cards, bro. Real spill. We're not trying to spin it, but we're not letting people compare Shakur to a quitter. That's casual talk. You can't call him a quitter when he won the fight. Nobody can never call him a quitter when he won the fight. He won the fight at the end of the day. He's still a 3-division world champion. Fuck, you gonna call him a quitter and he won the fight? Can't say it. Can't say it. He just didn't do nothing for his brand. He didn't make no statements. He ran in place. That's what he did last night. He ran in place. And Shakur self-admits to that. That's nothing that he's running away from. And I respect that mindset. I respect that move. Like, he ain't running away from the notion of, look, nah, bro, I did fight bad last night. He went into a jab fest. He survived. That's unlike Shakur, at least lately. And damn, all eyes was on him last night, fam. All eyes was on him. It makes me once again adjust my calculations between him and Tank. And I gotta say, bro, I don't know, man. I think I'm leaning Tank, bro. At least right now, because Shakur, bro, it's on your mind. That pressure, you know what I'm saying? Man, you nailed it when you said Shakur was afraid to commit. Luckily, he already proposed to his girlfriend. Yeah, he got trust issues. Trust issues. Gotta believe in yourself. Can't have them trust issues, Holmes. Trust issues, man. But I believe in Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be okay. We're gonna see what the next performance look like. And I'm not ready to lower him once again on no pound for pound list or drop him in my rankings in any sort of shape sort of way. So it is what it is. Hey, look, I don't want to make this too long, fight fans, and I do want to speak on this real quick, man. And because I got it in the title, man, and I see that my main man Bud Crawford is out here speaking on Jaron Boots Ennis, fight fans, and I just did the video about this the other day, and we just spoke about this. We trying to keep this whole situation updated, man, so we can, keep everybody in the know on the channel, man. And once again, man, we see my man Bud Crawford coming out here setting the record straight on when it comes to Jaron Boots Ennis, man. And I gotta tell you, fight fans, I agree with the words that the man is saying. And he also out here crapping on the fickle ass Earl Spence Jr. fans, bro. And something that we've also been speaking here about on the channel. And we knew that this was going to happen. There was going to be a migration of Spence fans over to Boots Nation and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we knew this was going to happen. It was the writing was on the wall. The Spence fans, they just have this kind of, anti-Bud mentality so bad where it's like anybody but Bud. They just want to see Bud take an L at this point. And this is the guy that they believe that this is the new, wishing upon a star that they're doing, and they're all migrating over there to Jaron Boots Ennis. And it's sad what's going on with Earl Spence. Like we spoke about this many times. It's sad to see this happen in the Earl. You know what I'm saying? That they're banning them. No, you don't even see nobody saying the word strap season no more. Like them days are over, totally over. And it's very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And you see Crawford going to war for Earl Spence Jr. out here in the public, man. And I actually respect it, man. According to Terence Crawford, I see a lot of Spence fans mad at me and jumping on Boots' sack now, and I love it. This is the same ish that I got and heard for 5 years. that I was scared this and that. It's okay, everyone. Just accept it. I'm great, and y'all mad about it. Damn. Hey, we knew it was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, Charlie. The writing was once again on the wall. The boot story don't make no sense when you tell it factually. Everybody knows. Everybody's seen the actions. Forget the words that people want to spin and give certain narratives to. You seeing the actions, fight fans. The story speaks for itself. Jaron Ennis got out of the way of Terence Crawford, and he had opportunities to take the fight, but he wanted to stay loyal to a network. He felt as though that was the better business move. That's his prerogative. That ain't got nothing to do with Terence Crawford. All Terence Crawford do is offer the shot. You don't want to take the shot, that's on you. You want to bring all of the mumbo jumbo into it, then it's on you. It don't make sense to Terence Crawford fans, especially seeing the treatment that Boots gets and the situation that he's currently in, which is like super limbo right now. Super limbo. PBC treats him like a stepchild. They give standing owners to Keith Thurman fight before they give it to Boots. They give standing owners to Keith Thurman fight before they give it to Boots. They guide Boots into an IBF interim title that guided him into a ditch, and they didn't give him Earl Spence. When it was due for him to get Earl Spence, they was guiding Earl Spence towards Keith Thurman. They got no love for Boots. But everybody think that they got love for Boots. Showtime had love for Boots. But PBC ain't showing no love for Boots. But everybody want to make it a Bud fault, and it's Bud's problem. Boots had so many opportunities that it can make you, if you factually talk about it, people, if you really think about it, it puts question marks around your head. Like, what the hell is the uproar about? He didn't want the fights, or he, for whatever reason, his handlers controlled him enough to tell him to stay away from those fights. That's just the fact of the matter. That ain't Bud. That ain't nothing made up. Did Showtime have a great relationship with PBC to make all of the fights? Yes. Did they give Boots any of them? No. Well, Mainman, blame who? Don't blame Boots. I mean, don't blame Bud. Bud offered him to fight. The only one that offered him to fight. But yeah, man, he goes on to say is that, yo, bro, it's crazy that everyone boxing writers now and they don't know nothing about boxing. Y'all didn't turn y'all backs on fighters like they ain't shit nowadays. Fighters lose and it's F them. We don't want to see that fight, that guy again. That's because the casual voices, this is what happens when you cater to the casual voices. It's like, it's a WWE mentality. They lose, fuck them. Nobody really believes that, but it's fuck them. You know what I'm saying? These casual fans, they with you today, they gone tomorrow, they're fickle. And that's what, when boxing over the last couple years has catered to those fans so bad that's like the dominating mentality going around the sport. That's just how it goes, champ. That's just how it goes. He says that, yo, man, everyone I know, y'all loving Boots right now, and that's good. I'm happy for the young guy, but chill on, and I'm ducking him part. Boots had 2 opportunities to fight me and chose to go a different route. So chill, let the kid make his mark in the sport. Facts. He had opportunities, and he just didn't do it. They couldn't do it, or wouldn't do it, whatever reason. Whatever you want to say. Either way it goes, the opportunities were there. The opportunities were there. No one can deny it. You can't make nothing up to say that the opportunities weren't there. And on top of that, like I said, PBC, they did no helping, no favors. None whatsoever. None. They were actually anti-Boots. That's the sad part about the whole thing. When you sit back and you look at it, and you really throw everything into a totality and you look at it, they were anti-Boots. They wasn't pro-Boots. Mainman PBC was in Boots' corner. Where? Give me an example. Fighting Custio Clayton? Fighting who? They didn't give Boots Danny. They didn't give Boots Earl. All of those fights in front of him. None of them. They didn't give him who? Who they give him? They giving Stanley Onis the fights before Boots. They gave Stanley Onis Virgil before Boots got him. How did that happen? Remember, Stanley Onis was going to go fight Virgil. How the hell that was going to happen before Boots got it? It's all Bud's fault, man. No one looks at PBC. All of those fights that were shut down and given to other fighters. And this is really sad that Bud got to take the brunt of this criticism when he once again was the only one that offered him a fight independently that they were afraid to take. And so look, he's now got to put you on blast. Bud has never even said these words like I offered him 2 fights. Like that was something that we've always said, right? Now Bud got to put you on blast and let it be known, because now the masses are going ahead and say, hey, that's true, he's right. When we go back and rewind the clock, fuck what y'all talking about. Let's go look for our own self, and he's right. Say what you want. When the last time that any of these fighters found the network and offered Boots a fight? Did anybody? Or did Bud go find a network, BLK Prime, and say, hey, let's try this. Can you do this? And his handler said, no, we're going to give him an IBF interim, so he can't be ranked in no other sanctioning bodies. How you like that, Bud? Tell me that didn't happen. Somebody call me a liar, please. That was a terrible move. Bad moves. Got nothing to do with Bud. And then you want Bud to stop what he's doing after he offered you this shit. You want him to stop what he's doing at the twilight years of his career, at the golden years where the money counts, and say, oh, let's go back and go take on Boots. No, shawty. Boots, you got your move, man. You got your class to deal with. You got Gary Antoine Russell coming. You got to go take your if Bud give you the opposition, give you the opportunity again, cool. But, dog, you can't. Nobody can publicly shame Crawford over this, man. Go take your short notice, bro. Go ahead. Good luck with that IBF. Good luck with that shit, bro. And that's what I mean, bro. Y'all think I'm joking and going on Boots when these are just the facts. And no one has no answers right now. Just, Bud. But Boots is going into a damn ditch. Nobody don't even see it. Who he gonna fight? They got to be ranked in the IBF. You go look at the rankings. And then other than that, it got to be another champion. Bud got the rest of the belts. Who is he fighting? The answer doesn't exist. It's just Bud. And that's a terrible way to look at it, homie. A terrible, terrible way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's messed up that Bud got to put you on blast in this fashion, bro. I can't believe that even so much, bro, like the obvious slap in the face for, I think I'm about to get ready to end this fight, fans, but the biggest slap in the face for Boots Ennis, the biggest slap in the face that Boots Ennis should be mad at. I have to end my stream on this because I got to get Ghost real quick. But the biggest slap in the face for Jaron Boots Ennis fight, and hear me clear, was when those fight negotiations broke down between Bud and Earl. And they were going to steer Earl away from his mandatory and push him into the WBC mandatory versus Keith. That was the ultimate slap in the face to Boots Ennis. I don't care what nobody say. Good, didn't get that fight because Earl had a car accident or something, right? But at the end of the day, that's the direction that they wanted to go into, and they wasn't even thinking about Boots. They wasn't even thinking about that man. They looking at that man like, man, look, you don't belong to us. You Steven Espinosa's little homie. We don't got nothing to do with you, bro. We give you fights whenever we give you the crumbs. They wasn't even giving Boots the crumbs. Think about it. What crumbs was he even getting from PBC? He was getting short notice fights. He short notice Boots. Cats who they found in it that's driving Ubers and shit, like, man, he need a job, man. Give him a job real quick. Real spill. I'm like, man, look, man, hey, that is just the facts of the matter. Boots fans, y'all, you let these Spence fans infiltrate your ranks and publicly push Boots into a bad position. You see where they at? They desperate. They looking to cling on to something. Don't listen to them, boy. Don't turn your back on Terence Crawford, the only one that offered Boots a shot. And he's being semi-respectful with the comments he coming out. He holding back, for real. Because he can go in a little more. But he respects Boots, and he respects Bozy. You see the Spence fans, they jumping ship left and right. He telling you, he's showing you the map. Like, they jumping ship, coming over the yard now. Yard talking about some, I'm ducking Boots, and Boots don't want it. And Boots don't listen to this media. that's trying to fake get you hype. Oh man, you talk bad about Crawford. Yeah, it's gonna get your name hot, but man, don't do that. Just continue down your, because that ain't gonna work. Not in this case. Slim, he got bigger fish to fry. He got way bigger fish than a Boots Ennis. If maybe nothing was in his future, like if he didn't have like other alternatives, then it would be like, okay, I understand. Yeah, you could talk your shit and maybe but not when he could just say, okay, I don't care what Shawty talking about. He just biting on my ankle a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Once I do this, when I go to get Charlo and Zoo out the way, ain't nobody talking about nothing. Well, like I say, once the Earl situation clears up. And who knows how that may go, right? Who knows how that may go in the end? They've counted that. That situation has been so far counted out. Let me say this, man. I was going to end it, but that situation has been so far counted out. Nobody, not even his own, everybody's looking beyond Earl. Everybody's looking beyond Slim. That's crazy. We've had so many discussions post that fight about what Bud gonna do next. 54, 47, Boots, nobody. But who the hell is even breaking down the rematch? What the hell happened? And this ain't take a year. This just took 2 months. Because if you rewind the clock, I gave you about 9 months ago, this was not the tone in boxing. 9 months ago, it was a whole different tone. Here we are 9 months later. And just like I told y'all, it's dark around this joint. It's crazy. Boots Ennis, you be all right, champ. But as for my main man, Shakur, man, it is what it is, bro. Move on to the next performance. Put this one behind you. Very interesting. Shocked to see you perform this way, but I still believe in Shakur Stevenson. I got to go, fight fans. I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit later, man. I got to make a skedaddle run, man. We'll get back on here later, man, and chop it on up. I dropped the link. Y'all don't want to talk to me, man. Y'all got to come on through here and come on and chop it up with me, man. I'll try to drop another link later on, man, if we got, sometime this evening, man, if y'all got some time. I see you, Ricky, say check your email, man. Will do, fam, bam. Will do. Salute to you all, fam. Come on through here later on, man, and we'll chop it up some more. To the next video, family. Peace out.